Governor Newsom says the state's estimated budget surplus is almost $100 billion, significantly larger than last year. What's the state going to spend it on? Here's the rundown. Governor Gavin Newsom on May 13th unveiled his revised California Blueprint proposal in Sacramento.
An update with the May revision, our balanced budget includes a $300.7 billion investment, $227.4 in the general fund.
This is his 2022-23 state budget proposal, and it includes a surplus of $97.5 billion.
This is actually significantly larger than last year's operating surplus, around $75.6 billion.
Newsom plans to provide rebates to ease rising costs from inflation.
Our proposal is about $11.5 billion in terms of direct relief, direct payments back into the pockets of taxpayers in the state.
He's proposing several investment targets, with the most funds going to education, climate, and infrastructure. The least amount of funds will go to homelessness, a major issue for larger cities. In January, the proposed budget was $286.5 billion, which was nearly 5% lower than the recent revision. David Lamb, NTD News, California. The governor is setting out plans to make California an abortion sanctuary state. He plans to not only increase funding, but try to welcome businesses from states that support pro-life policies.
Governor Gavin Newsom proposed a $125 million package to attract individuals seeking abortions and businesses to the Golden State. The reproductive health package will be funded by Newsom's 2022-23 budget. It stipulates $40 million in grants to clinics to provide abortions for low-income women and $15 million in reproductive health outreach and education. It also provides $1 million for both research on reproductive health as well as a website with information about abortion state law and health services. Additionally, Newsom plans to offer incentives to businesses who relocate to California from states with more pro-life policies.
California's minimum wage is expected to jump to $15.50 per hour in 2023. The governor says it is due to inflation. Governor Gavin Newsom announced on Thursday that the new minimum wage increase is the result of inflation. The Associated Press reported that his administration expects the $15.50 minimum wage will benefit about 3 million workers. California minimum wages currently sit at $15 per hour for employers with over 25 employees and $14 per hour for less employees. The increase is required by a state law that passed in 2016. Since 2017, California's statewide minimum wage has increased every year by 50 cents to $1. According to California's Department of Industrial Relations, after the state minimum wage reaches $15 an hour for all employees, which is scheduled to happen in January next year, the rate will be adjusted annually for inflation based on the National Consumer Price Index. Local cities have their own ordinances, such as on July 1st, San Francisco's minimum wage is scheduled to increase from $16.32 per hour to $16.99. Though inflation numbers won't be finalized until summer, the governor's office believes it'd be enough for a statewide wage increase next year. The Los Angeles City Council approved the homelessness lawsuit settlement. It aims to accommodate a significant percentage of the homeless population in the city.
Council approved a settlement in the LA Alliance case. The settlement document, when finalized, will be filed with the court.
The LA City Council and the LA Alliance for Human Rights agreed to spend up to $3 billion to create as many as 16,000 housing units for the homeless in the next 5 years. This settlement aims to accommodate 60% of the homeless population in each of the 15 city council districts. Council members voted 12-3 to approve the settlement. Council President Nuri Martinez sees this as a step forward in breaking down the housing barriers for unhoused Angelenos. But Councilman Mike Bonin believes the settlement won't really help us solve homelessness. In a tweet, Bonin said, "The settlement terms don't make it easier for people to exit homelessness. They make it easier for LA to push homelessness from neighborhood to neighborhood in most places." The LA Alliance, an association of downtown residents, homeless individuals, and property owners, originally brought the lawsuit to focus on the homeless crisis in downtown Skid Row area. While the lawsuit was on hold, the settlement talks expanded to include the entire county's homeless population. LA County was named as a co-defendant in the original complaint and will still be responsible for providing services to its homeless population. In 2020, there were about 66,000 homeless people in the county. Skid Row has the largest population in the city of LA.
A Clean Vehicle Technology Expo recently wrapped up in Southern California. Companies came together to demo their latest tech. Let's take a look at the Long Beach-based Expo.
The Advanced Clean Transportation Exposition, known as the ACT Expo, has been the leader for the past 10 years in advanced transportation technologies. This year, it was held at the Long Beach Convention Center from May 9th to the 11th. Companies took over the entire convention center, showcasing over 250 sponsors and exhibitors and displaying over 75 advanced clean vehicles. A representative from Indigo Technologies said they hope to provide an alternative vehicle that uses robotic wheels, giving it a unique design.
You can see here these wheels are not ordinary wheels. Every one of them has effectively a robot inside. So our solution allows us to create a much lighter weight vehicle that costs less and have the right comfort and space better than any of other vehicle in its class.
Taiwanese company Faihong marked 50 years in the business this year. The company came to showcase their newest EV charging stations and bring more solutions to consumers who might feel anxiety with long-distance travel.
And that means we have to address it from a number of directions. Obviously, level 2 AC charging, whether it's residential, whether it's commercial, or whether it's fleet, right? We have to make sure that we have solutions because one size does not fit all. And if you look at the fast charging, one of the things I see on the consumer side that kind of is slowing down EV adoption is, things like range anxiety, right? So we need to make sure that we're delivering solutions that can provide more infrastructure across North America and really the world.
The SoCal Gas Company exhibited a new project called Angeles Link. It is a new pipeline that will transport renewable green hydrogen to the LA basin.
And there's an opportunity for this green hydrogen to be used by 4 power plants in the LA area. These power plants currently are burning natural gas. So with this project, they'll be able to use the green hydrogen and produce electricity from a green, clean fuels. There's also an opportunity to use that hydrogen to power the heavy-duty trucking industries.
The expo is known to bring a variety of sectors for commercial vehicles such as battery electric, hydrogen, natural gas, and propane autogas. The next expo will be held a year later in Anaheim in neighboring Orange County.